Hey, what is going on, everybody? Boilon here, and in today's video we're going to be talking all about the milestone math for the Strike Salute and the Commander's Cache upcoming event. Now, there's two events here. Now, we weren't given all of the information that we kind of needed for the Strike Salute. However, I did actually have a cordial conversation with community manager Archangel, and I want to give him, if he's watching this or if he does watch it, I want to give him a special thanks for, having that communication that we had on Friday on Discord, because that kind of helped, I think, with some of the, past things that we had going on that a lot of people probably know. So we're hopefully going to be moving on forward from that. And what does that mean? Well, we'll see, right? I guess, and hopefully that leads to a more positive communication between myself and him, and then also some information that we might find out regarding the event. And he did do a follow-up post actually on Reddit as well that kind of explains a little bit more on what was missing from the Strike Salute, and that maybe my title was a bit, premature. So we're going to talk about the math now that we have some more additional information, and hopefully after watching this, you'll know exactly what you need to do to get through both of the events, and they both start on Monday at 1 p.m. So if you're ready to go, let's boil this down. So, there I am. So if you read the blog post or you watched my video on Friday, then you would have known that there was a couple pieces of information that was missing from the blog post regarding the Strike Salute milestone. Namely that, well, we get points for spending campaign energy and for collecting tokens. Now, the only tokens that we were aware of on the blog was coming from this care package web milestone. Now, this is a super easy to clear milestone. You just need 300 alliance credits, which really is like the daily objective plus 2 boxes, and that gave you 600 Strike Salute tokens. So times 7 days, that's 4,200. But it didn't really add up, like the differences that was required to get to this 29,000. But now that I talked to, and also he made that post on Reddit, suggesting how many Strike Salute tokens that we will actually get over the course of the event. So that's helped indicate my math as well during this. So I do want to kind of raise this Reddit post really quick. And this was by Fernando747. It was just not too long after the blog post on Friday, and just talking about how, given the information that we had, that it required a substantial amount of campaign energy in order to clear, because we didn't have the additional information. So what was missing was that they said here, tokens from the daily objective and the daily free claim. And so we didn't know how much, and we still don't, but Archangel has said how much total that's going to be worth, and hopefully that is accurate, because it'd be really nice to get some positive goodwill there regarding the information for the math. So he made a post down here saying that Monday, I'll get to the bottom of this, but basically, if you scroll past all of this, he's just talking about some energy stuff. He says you'll get 18,000 salute tokens. So that is 18,000 plus the energy equals that. So we already get 4,200 from the care package milestone. So basically what I'm taking from this is that we're getting 18,000 minus 4,200, and that's what's left over, and that's what we're going to be using for in the math in the spreadsheets for today. So let's jump on over there, and hopefully that's accurate, because that's the math that I'm using. But as always, right, I'm just going to throw this up here, that things are subject to change. The blog is subject to change. So as far as the Strike Salute milestone, hopefully that's accurate. Commander's Cache is completely different. We have all the information that we need for that. So let's jump on over to the spreadsheets. But first, I want to do a little mini recap. I do this all the time, every week, regarding the month-long event and where we're at. So just to be clear, for those of you who don't remember, you need 189,000 points to unlock Black Panther at 3-star. This is approximately 38% through the entire milestone. To get the 4-star, you need about 441k, and obviously you're not going to get that until closer towards the end of the month. Now, where are we at so far? So these are the different point values of the items. We kind of know that already. The Webstone milestone daily is 1650, and I think it's 28 days. It could be more, but I think it's at least 28 days. So I'll have to double check that. I think it's 28. Because that's how long the event was active for. We have the points here for the Vibranium for all the quick rumbles. 32,600 was the point total for Contagion Corpse this past week. and then the pelt, and then now we've added in the 28,600 that is for Commander's Cash, plus the 45,000 that you're going to get for the Ancient Claw necklace. So this event for Commander's Cash is going to be worth approximately 73,000 or something like that. So it's worth a sizable amount. And then what we don't know is Spy Games and Claws of Fury, which is going to be week 3 and week 4. Spy Games is going to be the Nakia event. It's going to be very likely related to orb fragments, because normally it was like farming orb fragments, that like the previous past ones with Spider Weaver and whoever was before that. I don't really remember. Viv, maybe, because they've done this kind of thing before. So just keep that in mind. And Claws of Fury, I have no idea yet. Dark Beast. Could be Dark Beast. That's what it sounds like. Claws? Dark Beast, possibly? We'll find out. But that brings us to a grand total currently of 455,000. And so that brings us 45,200 points away from the final milestone. So presumably the points that Spy Games and Claws of Fury are worth more than that, which gives us a net positive of over 500,000. Keep in mind, though, that Coordinated Assault is running, and the last milestone is worth about 2,000 currency on both times that it's going to run. So, make sure that you try to get, as many of those milestones as you can, so you have a little bit more wiggle room when it comes to that final milestone. Now, here, let's go to the Strike Salute. Let's zoom in a little bit here. So, it's campaign energies and tokens. You need 29,000 milestone points. You get 2 points per campaign energy, and you get 1 point per salute token. Now, you get 4,200 points, like I mentioned, from the care package web milestone. We talked about that's pretty easy. It's not included in this table because it's super easy. We don't know specifically every single day how much we're getting from the daily objective or the daily free claim. But we do know that Archangel said that we're getting 18,000 total tokens. That's what he said on Reddit, right? That's what we just looked at. So I took that 18,000, I subtracted the 4,200, and that gives us 13,800. So that's 13,800 additional points. And then these are the different milestones for the different shards. If you're interested, there's 20 shards for Spider Weaver, Cersei, and Icarus at 22,000, 26,000, and 29,000. He basically said that, most of us, if we try, we should be able to clear this at a reasonable rate. And so here is the campaign energy per day. This is basically your daily total if you're doing 200 cores daily or whatever, the 4 refreshes for your energy, plus all your time-based stuff, the 100 from the web store, and that gives you about 1,108 daily. Now, you multiply this by 7 for 7 days and times 2 for the amount of points. That gives you about 15,500. Now, I put right next to it, I'm going to zoom in a little bit more so you guys can see a little bit better. I said extra cores possible. What that means is that if you want, you could core right before the event, and then after you can sometimes squeeze in 8 days actually of coring, even though it's a 7-day event, because if you manage to get your cores in, depending on where your daily resets are, you can actually kind of save some of your energy from the previous day before the event goes live. So just keep that in mind. And of course, on the day of the event, on Monday, don't use your core energy until after the event starts, because that's the best thing that you can do. Now, if you add the two together, so the 15,005 plus the 18,000 actually, the 4,200 and the 13,800, then that gives you to a positive 4,512, or it says negative, but what that means is that you're a surplus of 4,512. So that's good. You don't need that. And so that gives you more wiggle room on your energy. Archangel basically said that your energy should be able to do it with less than what I was suggesting, because I'm suggesting 1,100. He's saying that you could do it with about 800. So, maybe you don't need to spend as many cores on your campaign energy. However, we do have those hard modes to farm now. And also the cores is going to be relevant to Commander's Cash that we're going to talk about below. So it might be prudent just to, use the energy anyways on this event. And that way, you clear it no problem. And the tokens might there might be a store. I'm assuming there's a store, right, to buy tokens. That's just what I'm assuming, that there's going to be something live that maybe we can buy some teal gear and some other things with those strike tokens. So we'll find out, I guess, more on Monday, maybe. Otherwise, I don't really see the point of why making a separate currency for that. Commander's Cash. So this is gold plus cores plus war attacks for a week starting Monday. Has some pretty bonkers milestone numbers. Do not be put off too much by this. It is kind of whaley that includes a leaderboard, which I do want to talk about first on the side here, because that's what's going to get a lot of people to spend a lot of gold, spend a lot of cores, and so on and so forth. So there's red stars for Black Panther, and the only time you get that though is at 1% or higher. Now, if all of the player base engages with that, typically 1% would be about top 2,500. Now, probably because of our player base numbers, maybe top 3,000. I don't know where it cuts off at. I didn't know if that was mentioned in the blog, if you need to score a certain amount before you rank, because that's kind of important to know. And I don't know if it said that. So let me scroll down really quickly to the leaderboard. It doesn't say. So I'm I'm assuming that everybody ranks, which means that there's going to be a lot of people. So 1% typically will be in that 2,500 to 3,000 range. So if you are trying for that, which will give you a 5 red star Black Panther, then keep that in mind. You're also going to get some level 5 ions, and if you don't get to 1%, then here's all the other stuff. You get like Elite 4 orb and some blue 4 ions, basically. So the math for that, well, like I said, it's 80 million points required. The vibrating meteorites are there. We covered that a little bit earlier. There's two kind of milestone thresholds that you might want to consider. One is the 19.5 million for the event item, and then one is the 22 million if you do want that 5 red Okoye. Now, your primary method of getting points is actually gold and power cores. The war battles don't really contribute that much, but, you know, it might a little bit anyway. So if you're just doing 200 cores daily for energy, though, you're getting about 2.8 million points on that alone. So if you're already doing that for the Strike Salute milestone, then you get about 2.8 million points for that. That's just the 200 times 7 times 2,000 points. Gets you 2.8 million. So that's quite a bit already. You know, that's just like stuff you should kind of already be doing at a bare minimum. And then there's the war battles. You get 100,000 per war battle. If you're doing 12 war battles per war, that'll give you about 3.6 million points. So that's about, adding that up, that's 6.4. So that's about a third of the way towards the event item. So basically the remaining points required if you want to get the event item is about 13.1 million. How do you get there? Well, if you want to spend it all in gold, that's going to be 13.1 million because it's going to 13.1 million because it's going to be a 1-to-1 ratio. If you want to spend it all in power cores, it's about equivalent to about 6,550 power cores. Now, of course, I don't really recommend that, and not everyone is necessarily going to have that kind of, you know, hoarding of power cores. If you want to do a mix of both, that should say 6.5 million, not, I think there's a 0 missing here. Hold on, let me 6.5 million of gold and 3,275 cores. Of course, if you have you could entirely do this in gold. So if you want to do 13.1 million gold, if you have a lot of characters to raise right now, then go for it. You know, that's probably the best thing to do. If you have the training materials, some people commented on Friday that they had the gold, but they didn't actually have the training materials to be able to just, you know, blow your gold every day. If you do about 2.5 million gold per day, on top of the coin that you're already doing, you're going to pretty much get there anyways, because 2 million times 7 is about 14 million. So that would be enough for you to get there. And plus you'll get the power course and the gold spending. So if you're able to do that, then just do a little bit more of your, you know, your regular. I spend about 1 million of gold a day. I'll probably bump that up to about 2 million gold a day. Now, what I am hoping for personally is that Dark Beast goes into the offers, and that'll give me a way to double down on my power cores here, because I have a lot of power cores that I am waiting for Dark Beast to come out. The offer for Nakia was Thursday, so there's a good chance maybe the Dark Beast might be featured before the end of this event. So I will be able to maybe push myself a little bit more because I'm going to unlock them anyways, and that would be a good doubling down for this event. Now, of course, maybe Balance is going to watch this, and now they're going to decide not to release Dark Beast during this event just to spite me or spite us so that we could double down in this unlock, because that would give me a very easy way to kind of use a mix of both my gold and my cores over the course of this event. And who knows, maybe score that 1%, because I have 0 stars for Black Panther if you guys watch my other video. Now, there is another scenario here. If you do want to get that 5 red Okoye, that's about 2.5 million more, which isn't that much in gold form if you've been hoarding and you've been holding back on things. You know, so it's 15.6 million gold, or 7,800 power cores, or a mix of both of 7.8 million gold and 3,900 cores, or any other combination of such. So it's not bad overall. My biggest issue, I guess, is that it is a gold milestone, and that it kind of shows us that gold is of course on the menu as far as points go. So the idea is to make sure that you have a bit of a nest egg in gold, because you never know when these kind of events are going to come around. Never be too poor. Make sure that you have a hoard that you can have maybe at least 10 million gold. That'll help you, get through at the beginning, and then over the course of the week, hopefully you can clear that. For me, I have a little bit of both gold and power cores, but not everyone is there. So I hope that you guys can get this cleared. I hope that you can do your best, because the event items are important. Whether or not you care about war dogs or not, there's still other stuff, of course, in the milestones that you might want to get anyways, and I hope that everyone can get through this. So that's the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and be sure to like, favorite, and subscribe and all that, and notification bell, because I know that there's about 56% of people who watch my video who don't actually subscribe to the channel. So all of you people out here who are watching my video right now and are not subscribed to my channel, definitely should hit that button. Please, because if you've been frequenting my channel, then you definitely should be keeping up to date. You probably are already. So hit that damn subscribe button for me, please. Thank you very much. And until next time, stay safe and healthy, and I'll see you all later. Good luck, everyone, and I'll see you all later.